there was going to be an echo, but I stopped it before there was an echo. So anyway, it is Tuesday, November 3rd. I think most of you know what day it is. It is that day. I understand. And yeah, I know that it just encapsulates what we talk about, what we're thinking about this morning and what we're doing. And I get it. I really do. I understand. So here is what I just want to say is I love you guys. I mean, at the end of the day, Villa family, that's what we are. We're a family. Tomorrow, let's get together Wednesday night and have some fun. And then Sunday, let's get together. I won't be there Sunday. Sorry, but that's not because I won't be in spirit with you guys. But I do want to let you know I am going to be out of town this weekend. I'm getting some time away with my family and extended family, so pray for me. Although I forget my mother-in-law watches this, so love you. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be a good time. Baby Yoda's with us again, the child. So he was in my shop the other day. He just kind of follows me around. I don't know how. I mean, I do. I carry him, but I don't want anyone to think that I'm like, losing it. Yeah. So, got some people saying good morning. James Moore's on YouTube. Good morning, everybody, is what he's saying. Good morning, all. Judy Marsh, good morning. Candy, good morning to you. I'm glad that you are joining us this morning. Oh, and then Renee. Renee, she says, wow, listen, I love you guys. I do. I was asked this morning, we were planning breakfast, and was asked if I was going to want biscuits and gravy, and I was like, I mean, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to have fun. I plan on attempting. So I know that is some really good adjectives there, right? I plan, no, is that an adjective? Look, I'm not a grammar person. I plan on attempting. So we'll see what happens. But I plan on going live Friday, even when I'm there. So I'm going to go live Thursday. We're going to go live Wednesday. We're going to have our devotions on Thursday. I'm still going to be here in the office. I'm not leaving until late Thursday afternoon. And then Friday, I'm going to try to still do a devotion. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know what the connection's going to be like up there. So we'll see what happens. And I don't know. Maybe, more than likely, if I do go live, I'm going to have some guests. So you guys can just enjoy that, and we just have like a good family devotion time. But yeah, today, November 3rd, I started off with coffee. I'm probably going to drink a lot of it today. I made a Facebook post, and I don't normally make my own Facebook post, so but I think today and tomorrow could be interesting. So I love you guys, and I love doing these. I will let you know. Someone's asked me before. I absolutely look forward to these devotions with you guys, to be able to have a good time and start off my day. I don't say start off, but I guess kind of jump start it in the middle. I get up and do some stuff, get into work, and then I know I can separate some time and plan out some time to do these things, and I just really enjoy them. This morning, 1 John 5 is where I was at. I was actually in 1 John 3, but I liked 5 better. So I'm going to read 5 with you, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. 1 John chapter 5, and this is what it says in verse 4. 1 John chapter 5, verse 4. And this is the victory that has overcome the world, our faith. Who is it that overcomes the world except the one who believes that Jesus is the Son of God? Listen, I don't know. And I've thought hard about this for a while. I do not have anything to offer you as an encouragement or to share with you that could encourage you more than Jesus. When we look, there is nothing that will help you overcome this world except Jesus. Your faith in Jesus. This is what I love about this. This is the victory that has overcome the world. I want you to understand that even though I mentioned I'm not a grammar person, I understand importance of words and things. I may not be able to tell you what it is, but I know that it's super important. And when it's saying here that the victory has overcome the world, it's not that it will overcome the world, or it might overcome the world, or any other option except that it already has overcome the world. The victory that has overcome the world is our faith. It is what Jesus did on the cross. It is already accomplished. It is already done. This is why when Jesus was on the cross, he yells, "It is finished." There is no more possibility. There wasn't really a possibility in Genesis or Exodus in any of these times that the Israelites were walking through and learning and becoming a nation and becoming a kingdom. There wasn't really an option then. They just didn't know that. When God told them that it was going to happen, when he was going to do these things, when he was going to rescue them, when he was going to overcome the world, there wasn't really, and I say there wasn't really, there was not an option then. It was going to happen. They didn't know that. And so when you read the Old Testament, you read these things of this will happen, or this is going to come to pass, or when this goes on, when this time comes, when this opportunity arises, it's all in the future. It's in the future. It's in the future. When we read in the New Testament and we read, once Jesus came, it was done. There's nothing more to do. I understand that, we can talk about and we can discuss tribulation and rapture and all of this other stuff, but here's the crux of any of that stuff. That all might happen, and we might be able to figure out what Scripture says. And again, there was people that studied the Old Testament and couldn't figure out that Jesus was the Messiah. Right? There was a lot of people very, very smart writing down these things, couldn't figure this stuff out and didn't know Jesus was Messiah. So I have a hard time sometimes believing that we can read Revelation and know exactly what's going to happen, putting timelines and all this other stuff next to it and everything else. So we see that, but now it is done. It's not that we are going to, we have to look forward to it. We don't have to look forward to a victory. That victory was already accomplished. It's already done there. It's completed. And so, our faith in that, our trust in that Jesus came, that Jesus was who he says he was, that Jesus was the perfect sacrifice, that Jesus did pay our penalty, that Jesus is, rescuing us, that Jesus is saving us, that the Holy Spirit is with us. Our faith in that, our faith in him, is the victory that has already overcome the world. And then I love the last part of that verse in verse 5. Who is it that overcomes the world except that? And there is no other way of overcoming the world except Jesus Christ. Nothing else will ever do it. Nothing. There is nothing that will give you victory over this world outside of Jesus. You might have moments of joy. You might have moments of happiness. You might have moments of peace. You might have moments of things in this world because you got a bunch of money, or because you found the love of your life, or because you had kids, or because you had whatever. Put anything in there. You got a new car. You got a new house. You got whatever. You thought that thing. You were healed from a sickness. You thought that was your thing. But that is not going to help you overcome the world. You can get the best health. You can have that for years, but eventually you're going to die. And I'm not trying to be morbid. I'm just saying that is accurate. Eventually we will all die. Eventually our bodies will start to fail us. That will not help us overcome the world. Our body, we can be in the best physical, mental, shape. You could be working out all the time, being a CrossFit person, doing all this stuff, having all these muscles, lifting all these kinds of weight. Okay, you can do any of that. And eventually your body will stop doing that. Eventually you will get worse. Eventually your body will go downhill. You cannot keep your body going forever. You might get a new house, and it might be awesome, but eventually that new house is an old house, and there's other problems and there's other issues. You might get a new car. You might find somebody that you love, but guess what? There's going to be times where you argue and you're fighting and you're struggling with them, and there's issues. You might have kids, but sadly, I feel cheated sometimes, but that's when I lose track. But they do go away, and they do their own thing, and they have their own lives, and then they start having kids and they get busy, and you don't get to spend as much time with them, and all of those things. So when your new job becomes your old job, and all of the problems that you thought were going to be solved with this new job that were going to help you overcome the world, they come back, or they come back in a different way. And you might see you have money now, and then you end up not having enough money because there's something else that you want to get. All of these things will not help you overcome the world, because none of them last forever. They just don't. And I see so many Christians that are looking to everything here on earth to help them overcome the world, and it just doesn't work. I don't care what happens today. We're not overcoming the world. We're not gaining true joy. We're not gaining any everlasting anything because of what happens today. And that's just a fact. Will we have maybe more peace, or more money, or more freedoms, or maybe we have less of something? Maybe. All of those things could possibly be affected today. But what is not affected is anything eternal. Nothing eternal is affected today, because nothing that's going on today stops you and me from doing what we're supposed to do. Nothing that happens today stops this. It doesn't. I don't care. They can make as many rules and regulations as they want about preaching this, and we still preach it. They've made rules and regulations about people preaching this and teaching this since the very beginning of time. And in all honesty, most of the time when you see the church growing more is when this is illegal. Usually when this is legal, people get complacent. People get comfortable. People get easy, and then they stop paying attention to this. I don't know. I've struggled the last few years with really studying this out and going, should my prayer be that this becomes illegal? Should my prayer be that Christians become tortured? Because then people actually start paying attention. People actually start learning. People actually start reading. I mean, listen, if you're going to be killed for something, man, you better know about it, and you'll want to know about it, and you'll start reading this, and this will become true and just dear, and you'll just hold on to it. Right now, that's not a big deal. No one cares. So you just throw it off to the shelf. I don't want to get going. I could. Listen, no matter what happens today, our eternal joy, our eternal victory has already been accomplished. Our joy has already been given to us. So, no matter what happens. And again, I could say that tomorrow. I could say that Friday. It doesn't matter what happens. I'm not just talking about the election. I know everyone else. I know what's going on, and I know it's there, and it's important, and we want to get out, and we want to vote, and we're checking wait times and making sure we don't have to stay outside too long, and I get it, and go do it. If you haven't done it, do it. Like, I'm part of that. Go vote. That's your civic duty. It's your right. Like, pay, invest in the area you live in. Do it, but do it without needing a hope from it, without a security from it, without any type of joy from it. Do it because you're supposed to, and that's what we do, and that's part of us being, we want to give, we want to be a part of our community and the area that we live in. But goodness, let's give God the glory and just praise and honor, because He has already given us the victory. Nothing's changing today. So I love you guys so much. I'm not going to keep you, because I could very, very easily stay on this for a long time. and just try to encourage you and showcase the word. So tomorrow we will get back at 10. James here on YouTube is making some comments, and he's absolutely accurate. God is in control. Listen, there is no power that gets in place unless God says so. And I think we should go out and vote, and we should. God uses people. He uses his people to do things, and so we should do that. But listen, God is in control. God already knows. God's not going to be surprised. God's not waiting for tallies today. He's not waiting for counts or recounts or whoever are and appeals and courts and all this other shit. He's not waiting for any of that. He already knows. It's already in control, and he's already got a plan. And so we know that. So let's go do our part. Let's do what we're supposed to do. But then let's also be an encouragement and just a light in this broken world. So I love you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow at 10, and we will have a great day. Bye.